Adams. Let's go.
Salute everyone. This is Lawencedadams. This is when spirituality and the game combines. We're at the thinking class. We are live right now. Actually, I'm about to put my thing up here. 1 second. Good to see everyone. I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm here. I know it's not many people watching, but I'm going to share what I'm going to share today. Let me pull my camera up so you can actually see me. Salute, 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 salute. Let me adjust my camera so I don't look like I'm small, but there we go. So you can actually see me. What's going on, everybody? This is Lawencedadams. We're talking about today silent struggles, the unspoken pressure of being a man today. We definitely need to talk about that. The silent struggle, the unspoken pressures of being a man today. But a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to say something about it today. This is in line with the brand I have here. So in a world when a lot of men are expected to be strong, who's listening to their silent struggles? But let me say something first. Shout out to everyone who has subscribed to my channel, The Thinking Class. We had 7K. I am happy about that. Shout out to everyone who has subscribed to the channel at 7K. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We have a goal or we have a challenge in mind. Yes, we got 7K. Of course, we wanted to go to 10K to 100K and everything like that. But I'm looking for 1,000 subscribers who are active, who are commenting, who are liking, who are part of the things that we're doing behind the scenes. I need those 1,000 to be a part of it. But today we're talking about the silent struggles, the unspoken pressure of being a man. In this day and age, we have a lot of men who don't talk about their struggles. Actually, it seemed if they talk about their struggles, they looked at as being weak or incompetent, or even as if they don't know what to do. Many times they're even shamed, even in this space. I watched some things this week and I'm like, wow, you're shamed if you go out the country, you're shamed if you leave the country. And we are ashamed if you talk to the woman, you're ashamed if you pay, you're ashamed if you don't. And it's interesting because we think that the women are the ones shaming you. But I've talked about it before, but I realize that a lot of the shame and guilt and the need to be right comes from the same gender or come from your own men, and let alone your own men who look like you. So we talk about the silent struggles that men have. One of the things they struggle with, where do I go where I can express and talk about what's going on with me without being dogged out, condemned, but actually uplifted and pushed forward? And I think a lot of guys in the age bracket that I'm talking to don't have that place to go to. It used to be when I was younger, it used to be the barbershop. You go to the barbershop, you work out all your problems. The barber may take about 20, 30 minutes to cut your hair, but during the conversation that was there, you actually got some wisdom from the older guys that was just sitting in there reading the paper or watching the wide world of sports, or you may have got some information from some of the younger guys that was there, and they knew what was going on in the streets. They had their ear to the streets. So we don't have that. I'm not saying that we don't have like we used to, and I'm not even talking about a safe space. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about a place where men can come together and actually be men. What do we do with the silent struggles that men speak, don't even talk about, don't even communicate? They don't even communicate with their wives, their girlfriends, or whoever they're with. The things that go on with their jobs. Why we have created men to almost be machines, and we forgot that they're human. Let me say that again. We have created men to be machines, and we have forgot that they are human. I am not talking about them being emotionally driven. I'm talking about them being logically driven. But where do they go? Where do they go to recharge themselves? Where do they go to replenish themselves? Where do they go to re-energize themselves? The silent struggle, the pressure, the unspoken pressure of being a man today. And a lot of men are tapping out. And what I mean by that, because I got to look at this because it's interesting. A lot of men are tapping out. What I mean by men tapping out, I mean that the pressures of life are taking them out. Last Saturday, I went to a funeral for a coworker. I just seen him about a week or two ago. We talked. He was saying he was going to take care of some health issues he had. He went to work on Thursday, had an episode. They had to call the ambulance. The next thing you know, he went to work, told him to rest. They told him to rest, but he didn't rest. Came into work that Saturday. That was the last time they seen him. What I'm saying is this. Men, you need to get the weight off of you and the pressure that you're going through, and you need to find a healthy way to do it. This man I know, I worked for for 8 to 9 years, is no longer here. The pressures of life. Where do you go to let the air out of your tire so that you don't bust? Where do you go to get your reprieve? Where do you go to just get your woosah? You can't hide under just smoking some weed. You can't hide just drinking the beer or drinking the wine. You can't hide under or on top of a woman. Where do you go to get where you can replenish yourself? Have you created a space so that you, as a man, can get yourself back and put back on your Superman uniform, put back on your Batman uniform? Salute, Golden Child. Where can you go to replenish yourself? This is the unspoken pressures that being a man today. Let me say it too, because I'm going to go there. Some of the pressures you even deal with some of the women that you are messing around with. Some of y'all really need to really think about that. If she's causing you pressure, you need to let it go. Let her go. It's not worth it. I know you may not want to hear this, but this is just the truth. The struggles, that silent struggle that men are going through. Let me talk to even the men who are at church. You're trying to do right. You're trying to live saved. You're going, some of you are going to the mosque. You're trying to do your thing that's right there, but you are silently struggling with the pressures of being a man. The worst thing you can do is not admit that you're not dealing with the pressure. One of the things that keeps a lot of men, and it has done it to me, is not finding a place to deal with your stress. Where do you deal with your stress? One of the things I've learned to do, like this morning, I don't know if you can tell, but I've been in the gym. I go to the gym, burn up that stress. There's my place of meditation. There's my place of lifting. There's my place I run my mile. Why? Because I have to find a place outside of work, outside of home, outside of whatever else is going on in my life, that I can have a moment to get myself together. A lot of men never find that place. And the only time they find that place, and I'm going to keep it 100, the only time they find that place is when they are in the graveyard. The unspoken truths, unspoken pressures that a lot of men don't talk about. Ooh, I just had to drop her. She didn't see my crown. Right there, golden child, you're right there on the money. Let me say something about that. Let me say something. I'm glad you say that. You got to think about it. If you're under a lot of pressure, strain, life, child support, everything is going on, you got to do an assessment of is this person adding to my life, or is this person subtracting from my life? Are they adding more pressure that I do not need, or are they subtracting pressure from your life? People in your life should be what? Not liabilities, but assets. And a lot of you, because you are driven by your lower nature, you're choosing liabilities because it feels good for 5 minutes. And she adds nothing to your mission, my man. She adds nothing to you. They add nothing to you. You're choosing friends who are liabilities to your mission. You're choosing people that hang around with you who do not add nothing to you. They're adding to the pressure of who you are. You can't smoke this away. You can't drink this away. You can't sex this away. You cannot go to the nearest church and church this away. You cannot even go. Sometimes you may need to go to the therapy, but sometimes you can't even go to the therapy to deal with it. You need to really deal with it on the real, face it, head on, and say, you know what? I'm struggling here. You gotta be able to, let some things go. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got the revised version of the book. It's done. I just got to put it together. I just read your book, Uncle, The Invisible Crown. You were talking about that in your book. Yeah, I appreciate that. The silent struggle that a lot of men are going through. Let me break it down a little bit further because I'm going to say it now. The silent struggle that a lot of Black men are going through. I can say it because it's my channel and I know my demographics and I know who I'm talking about. I'm talking to people who are 25 to 44 years old. I know who I'm talking to. The struggle of financially, I gotta get myself together. You want to be in a relationship, or you want to get the game on women. You want to know what about a car? Where do I stay at? Those pressures. It's part of being a man. I get that. But you cannot allow them to eat you up alive. If this is resonating with you, need to let me know in the chat room. One of the things that we don't talk about, and it happened to me, and I'm going to share this, and that's the emotional suppression, because you don't talk to anyone. And so everything that's going on around you, the bills, the kids, the women, the car, you got to walk, the job, this one doing that, you suppress You suppress everything inside of you. Now you're like a Coca-Cola bottle with a lot of pressure. And then you begin to burn out. Some of you men don't realize it, that the environment that you're in, your emotions that you are suppressing, you're burnt out. I can remember many times, even on this YouTube, I did YouTube. I would go live 5 days a week during COVID, 5 days a week, constantly going, talking. Me and John are going back and forth. We talking, going back and forth on YouTube. And one day I just realized I was burnt out. I had nothing left in my tank. Nothing. I mean, nothing. I had nothing. I couldn't give anything. I had and then I had bills going on. I had a son in school, got one that was in the military. They had stuff going on. I had to be a father. I had this going on. I had buried everything inside of me and I was burnt out. Who and where do I go to talk about what's going on with me? One of the things that mess up a lot of men is we try to be Superman and handle things by ourselves and never have a team of people that can help us go to the next level, or who can walk us through the stages that we are going through so that we can make the right decisions. But I was burnt out. And I remember at one time, about 10 years ago, I was completely burnt out to the point where I lost my voice. I mean, I can barely talk. I was barely eating. I knew where I was. I knew what was going on, but I had so buried everything I seen and everything that I was going through, the cycles of having it, and then it was gone, and then having something and it been taken away, and the cycle of staying over here with my sister, then I had to stay with my mother, and then back on the mountain till I found a place, and then I lose a place. I get a job, then I lose a job. Everything was caving in on me. I began to cave in as a man. See, we don't talk about the silent struggle that men going through. I can say it because I've been there and I walked out of there. But I began to cave in. I didn't want to talk. I didn't even want to do this. Where do I go to? Who do I talk to? Who is going to listen to me? I wasn't looking for sympathy. I wasn't looking for somebody to say, oh, that's okay, LDA, you'll be all right. No, I wasn't looking for that. I needed a place where I can lay my head and someone understood what I was going through. I didn't want you to feel sorry for me. I didn't need something like that. All I needed was a place where I can let go what was going on inside of me. I had suppressed so much that my voice, and we would go into talk about another level, different chakras and all like that. This completely closed. I was to a mutter. I stayed in my sister's basement on a cot. She would bring me food and I barely ate. I cried. I wanted to cry, but I couldn't cry. Then I cried. Then I wanted to stop crying. Why? Because I had piled all life situations inside of me, going on inside of me, and I suppressed them. I did it so much that my father was already gone. That was one person I talked to. Thank God for Jono and Governor and different other men that were around me. That's where I was able to sort of breathe. Appreciate you, David. Thank you for sharing this essential truth that is vital for men. Yes, it's vital for men. A lot of men don't talk about this. And this doesn't have anything to do with your financial status. You can have all the money in the world. You can be whatever the case may be. You can be in this place. And I remember looking at my life. I said, what is going on with me that I can't get it right? Why am I losing everything? Why can I'm losing weight? I'm gaining weight. I'm have a job, I lose a job. I've suppressed everything. The next stage to happen was it began to affect my health. Oh, yeah. See, this is what a lot of men don't talk about. And I'm talking to you, men. I'm speaking to my core audience. I'm talking to you. It begins to affect your health. You begin to have heart issues. You begin to have mental fogs. You begin to go into a depression. Things that used to work don't work anymore because you have now internalized everything and you have not looked for a way out. What's going on? What's going on, Trav? You can the silent struggle that men who do not have a place to allow themselves to get out of their way and express what's going on with them. None of us up here is perfect. But I remember how it was when I did not have my voice, when I was crying and no tears were showing up, when I was in the place of my mind was just like as the song go, my mind was playing tricks on me, and I'm like, what is going on? My purpose I thought I had was not my purpose. I had sons that were looking up to me. I suppressed all of that. Like I said, all the sex in the world is not going to cure it. All the drugs in the world is not going to do it. All the drinking, vacationing, adventures are not going to do it. It's only when you address that you have been suppressing your emotions about your mother, about your father, about their situation, about your life, about what's going on, other people's opinions, your opinions of yourself. When you begin to address what's in deep inside of you, you talk about real game. This is the real game. So many men are silently suppressing. And it's this the thing. This suppression is so serious that it affects your relationship with others. Affects your relationships that you don't have healthy relationships with women. Some of the reason the game doesn't work for you, you think no game is this. I heard a game and it ain't seem like it's good because you have suppressed your real feelings that you have about women. Uh-oh, I'm on somebody's toes. You have suppressed your feelings that you have or your emotions about women. You secretly don't like women or you have a disdain towards women, and now you can't wonder why women are not getting along with you or you don't have healthy relationships. You are secretly suppressing the hurt that one woman, maybe two, maybe three, have done to you, and now you are making every woman pay for which you did not deal with inside of you. I'm talking to someone. You have not resolved the emotional what she did to you, how she played you out, how you caught her with another man, how your man's that you thought was down with you, he took her. You never dealt with the situation that you seen your mother with. And you suppressed all of that. And guess what happens? Where I'm at, 24. And guess what happens? It's buried inside of you and it shows up at the most inopportune time when you're in a relationship or you're talking with a young lady. What have you been suppressing inside of you? I'm talking to someone, and I know who I'm. unspoken pressures of being a man. So you thinking that you heard all the game in the world and you wonder what it is. You have never got over your baby mama. You have never got over, and I don't even like using the baby mama term, but since you address her as that, you have not got over what your baby mama did. And so you have a skewed view of women now. And you have suppressed all of that deep inside of you. Now you don't know what a healthy relationship is. Let me say it and let me bring it another way. Some of you guys who have not dealt with that, you go to another country and you bring that mess, you bring what you got trapped inside of you over into another country and try to damage other women. I know what I'm talking about. I'm on the right track. I'm very, very conscious of where I'm at. This is not to condemn men. This is to say, brother, let's talk about it. Let's do it. Let's go forth. You have not really took the pressure off of what's going on with you. Let me move on from that. Have you identified what areas is giving you the most pressure? Let me say that again. Have you identified the areas that is giving you the most pressure? The silent struggle, the unspoken pressures of being a man. What areas are really giving you the pressure, giving you hell? What areas are there? Is it family? Is it your finances? Is it relationship? Is it game? Is it traveling? What is it? If you don't identify it, you can never correct it. Men are solution based. We're not here whining and crying. I don't have my crying. Where am I crying at? Do I have... This ain't a whining and crying show. He's weird. These people doing it. Oh my God. This ain't that show. If you want to whine and cry, unsubscribe, don't follow, don't listen to me because I'm not giving that to you. But you need to identify where is it that's giving you the pressure. And the next thing is, solution is, what do I need to do about it? Identify it, and what do I need to do about it? Sometimes you got to let some people go. I was going to say it another way because it was right there. It was right here. It's about it. Sometimes you got to let some go. Hope you caught the word I was saying. Sometimes you got to let some people go. You got to let some, they not serving you at all. Sometimes you got to turn family and friends off. You got to identify what area is giving you pressure and what are you going to do about it. If you're going to sit here and whine and complain, do not subscribe, unsubscribe. This show, this channel is not for you. But you got to identify it. When I identified what was the issue with me losing my voice, one of the things was the environment that I was in. I was not talking to anybody. I did not deal with, matter of fact, I lost my voice. I was in New York. I had a fiance at the time. I had some financial things going on. I had child support. I had a lot on my plate. With child support, you got to pay or you going to jail. They're taking your license. So it was a lot going on. Then I didn't have a place to stay. I had to stay in the basement. It was a lot going on. I had identified what the issues were. If you don't identify the issues and you brush them under the rug, they will meet you one day. You will walk and stumble right over them again. You have to identify what is bothering you or what is causing issue with you. Next, you must find a solution. How are you going to deal with it? One of the things I did was I had to let some things go. I had to call child support and tell them what was going on, my financial situation. I had to make an adjustment. I had to stay to my sister for a second. I had to find my own place. The next thing I had to do is things didn't work out. Me and my fiance, it ended. We're still friends to this day. I had to do some things to get myself together. Because if I wasn't together, I'm no good to anyone else. You're not designed to stay in struggle. Don't let anybody fool you with that. Let me say that again. You're not designed to stay in struggle. Do not look at struggle as a badge. Yeah, man, I'm the struggle. I'm doing good. You're not designed to stay in struggle. You're designed to go from what? Mountain to mountain. But between those mountains, you're going to see some valleys. You're designed to go to one level to the next level. You should be elevating. But the unspoken pressures that are being a man, especially in this modern day, and I didn't even talk about the women, you got to decide who, even with the women, does she fit into my life? Financially, emotionally, spiritually. If not, I don't care how cute she is. I don't care how many curves she has. I don't care I'm going to say it, come to the mic. Does not matter. I don't care if she loves Jesus and she loves Allah. May grace be upon her. Peace be upon her. No. Thank you. Good to see you, Yoda. Good to see you, bro. Man, Trav, Golden Child, everybody here. Good to see you. It does not matter. None of that. You got to see this is fit. And sometimes, let me say this too. The silent struggles, the unspoken pressures of being a man, sometimes you got to just cut them all loose. You need some time by yourself. Men, I'm talking to you. You need some time by yourself. You need a breather. You know how they do a timeout when you're playing the football game or you playing basketball, they blow the whistle. They blow the whistle, timeout. Some of y'all need to take a timeout from some things and some women. Timeout. You know what? Timeout. Got to review the play. You need to take a timeout. The silent struggle. You don't have to struggle. Yahoo. But what I am saying is this. You need to find, I gave a solution, but let me give you some more solutions. Because there's no need to talk about the problem. You don't offer solutions. You need to find somewhere, either with mentorship, with therapy. You need to get a coaching call with me, close friends, somewhere where you can talk and walk some things out. It's been a while. It's been time and place for everything. This is our time as men to research, charge up. Appreciate that. Good to see you, Yahoo. My dude. So let me say that again. You need to find either some mentorship, coaching call with me, private group. You need to find a place where you can talk with men and they can hold you accountable and they can tell you the truth. You don't need to be around a bunch of men who's going to BS you. Just please be plain and simple. Who's going to just pat you on the back? Oh, it's okay. You'll be okay. No, you need to find a group of men who are going to coach you to a higher standard than what you're at. So My last thing I want to say before I go is this. I want to encourage you to lead by example, showing that it's okay to struggle and seek for help, but you got to lead by example. There's no man on here who has not gone through struggle, but you need to lead by example. You need to lead by example. If you're going through something, if you're something is bothering you, you don't know what to do, by example and get the help that you need. We're in the age where we talk about mental health a lot, but I think a lot of times we just need someone to go talk to and express what's going on. Lead by example. You cannot do this life by yourself. I give you an example so you understand what I'm saying. I have a buddy of mine who's in Jacksonville. He's married to a Brazilian woman. Beautiful child they have, and he's been to Brazil. We talk all things Brazil, and we talk about life. He's a tad bit older than me, but what we do is I glean things from him, and he gleans things from me. But most of all, I learned from him about the culture of Brazil. Why? Because that's the place I'm going to travel. I want to learn everything I can. So I talk to him. He expresses his thoughts. He talk about the culture. Talk about the food. You talk about what you do as a man and what you don't do as a man. Talk about the women. We talk about everything, all Brazil. He sent me memes. He sent me posts about Brazil. Why? Because I need to be around someone who's going in a direction I'm in, or who has done what I did or I want to do. So you got to find that. So in closing, I want to make sure you guys get this. And I want you to identify one area in your life that you're feeling pressure in, and what are you going to do about it? So in the chat room, I got 8 people watching, people listening to Facebook, Instagram, whatever. One area in your life that's causing you pressure, and how are you going to deal with it? There has to be a call to action. You have to do something about it. I need you to identify area that's causing you pressure. I remember I was in pressure for about 6 months because I had to get a new car, or I was in the process of keeping my car or getting a new car. I had to think about it. And the market was going crazy. It was going up and down. I was test driving cars. I was talking. I went to 3 different dealerships. I talked to people in Florida. I talked to people here where I'm at. I went through all these things, and I was like, what do I do? I had to address what was going on. I had to look at my finance. I had to look at my credit score. I had to look at everything until I finally popped out and got something that I wanted. My point is, you got to address what is causing you pressure, and you have to deal with it. Do not listen to this stream if you're not going to deal with what's been going on with you. Now, I'm going to give the opportunity. If you want to come up, I'm going to give a little bit, got a little bit of time. And here we go. Here's the link. Copy. And right quick. And I'm going to, right here, Golden Child put something that was pretty cool. He said, I got rid of this chick I'm Gucci now. Her loss, I'm the prize. Sometimes you have to let her go. One of the prophets used to say all the time, this is one of her famous sayings, what you walk away from determines what you walk into. She used to say that all the time. That was one of her lines. She said, whatever you decide to walk away from is the deciding factor of what you're going to walk into. Sometimes you got to learn to let everything go so that you can have everything. Sometimes you got to learn to let everything go so that you can have everything. Sometimes you got to let people, sometimes you got to let emotions go. You got to forgive. You got to let some things go. Many times what's holding up a lot of men, why you struggling, is because you have not forgiven, you have not let go of the situation. You're still holding on to how they treated you and what they did to you. You need to just let it go. Okay, good. Appreciate it, Golden Child. I'm at work listening on my break, but salute. Appreciate it. But you need to let some things go. You need to let go of the past. You need to let go of that woman. You may need to let go of that woman. You may need to let go of that group of friends that you're with. You may need to let go of some things so that you can go to the next level. You need to let some things go. You need to let the weight of this world go. The Bible says, Yahoo is here, cast your cares on the Lord, for he cares for you. Cast your cares, the things that you're concerning and worried about, you need to cast upon the Lord, for he cares for you. What is the Lord? The law. Go a little bit further. The law that's inside of you. Some of you need to let some things go. Your worries, your concerns, that let me say it very clear. This election, whether you're Democratic, whether you're Republican, whether you're agnostic, you don't care, whether you need to let it all go. Some of y'all are carrying on other people's weights and thoughts and mentalities, and you need to let them go. Some of you are carrying on stuff that your parents told you that is completely false, and you need to let them go. You need to let go of what happened yesterday, even at work. You didn't get the job, okay. You didn't get the car, she didn't show up. You need to let some things go. They didn't call you like they were supposed to. You need to let it go. The moment you free yourself, you become what? Free. Blue Marble. What does he say? LDA, peace and blessings, life, love, and truth be upon you, from Bishop Backamore. Appreciate that. Truth is the ultimate law. Excuse me. You need to you got to tell them, got to let some things go. If you're silently struggling with some things, you need to let it go. Let me get some water because my throat is. All right, that's better. Whew. So you need to let some things go. If you need help letting them go, you need to get the coaching call with me. Sometimes it's not just the coaching call that you need. You just need somebody to say, hey, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. You need to let some things go. With that being said, this is Lawencedadams. My hope, and I know my prayer, is that this excuse me. That this has helped you and encouraged you to be a better man, and that you don't live under the pressure. Me. Wow. I recommend your book to some friends of mine. Appreciate that. Let me make sure I get that. I'm gonna get I have a revised book of the Secret Invisible Crown. Also, too, a lot of y'all don't know, I got some audio books out there. I got an audio book of The Power of Believing in Yourself. I have another audio book, Ephesians. Let me read this. That ye put off concerning the former conversation of the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Ephesians 4:23, 23, and 24. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But I have some audio books. I have a free checklist. I need to get that. Let me get this checklist together. So you guys, I have a free checklist that you guys can get. Wow. 1 second. Let me get this together so you can see it. So you need the Ultimate Tribe Finder actionable checklist. I have some audio books that are out there. Let me get these, get my product line up right quick. So have the power of believing in yourself. You need to listen to that a couple times. I have this is sort of expensive, but it is what it is. The LDA After Dark Sapiosexual series, erotic guided meditation for a mind. That's something else. So let me get my product line. Let me get these up here right quick. Excuse me, man. My eye really caught right there. Let me get this. But I appreciate you offering the guys sharing the book. Yes, but the book, The Secret Invisible Crown, has been updated. All I got to do now is format it. You want to get the revised version. I put more stuff in there. I got also the Power of Believing Yourself audiobook, and I have something I've been working on, especially about the tribe, about finding your tribe. That right there, if you didn't get the checklist, let me see if I have the checklist over here. I put it somewhere. The checklist, you need to get part of the checklist, because if you get part of the checklist, what's going to happen, I will get we get your email, and I'm going to send something to you. Where did I put it at? Transfer StreamYard. See here. Find your tribe, actionable plan. What did I do with it? I knew I put it somewhere. There it is. Copy. Let's see here. We're going to do something behind the scenes with this checklist right here about finding your tribe. And it's not going to be for everyone. It is not designed for everyone. So once you go through the checklist, I have a whole back end that's already set up for this checklist. So you want to definitely be a part of that. But this is Lawrence D. Adams. Thank you for the support. Thank you. We have reached 7K subscribers. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much, you guys. $7K. Okay. 7K subscribers. Appreciate you guys. This is Lawrence D. Adams. This is When Spirituality and the Game Combines. Get the audio books. All right, what's going on, Brown Hornet? Everybody coming through, man. Good to see you guys coming through. I appreciate you guys, man. You just don't know. My goal is I'm thankful for the 7K. Of course, we wanted to go to 10K. Of course, we wanted to go to 100K. But I'm looking for 1,000. 1,000 men who need to hear this message. So if you haven't noticed, I'm going to craft the messages that I do on here just for men who are in the bracket of between 25 to 44. There are certain things that men who are between the age of 25 and 35 and 35 to 44 that no one's addressing. And I realize when I look at my demographics and I look at who listened to what I'm talking about on here, they fit right in that frame. So if you're in that 25 to 44, 45, 46, I'm still tuned in. Good. You're still in there, because I still have a demographic from 46 to 55 who listen. This thinking class is designed for you. I have to cut it off. I think the cutoff, when I look at the demographics, the analytics, it cut off at 55. But this is designed particularly for you, and particularly for men. Yes, women come along. Yes, women listen. Yes, they glean something for it. But I want to target you, especially you black men. And I want to even erase this whole thing with calling you black. That's a whole nother subject in itself. That's going to take a minute because I really don't want to address you as black when you understand the history. But this channel is designed and crafted. The messages, the videos are crafted just for you. It's exclusively for men between 25 to 44, 44 to 50, 50, 55. I understand I have women who come along, but I have to say this. My target, my avatar, I've actually created the avatar and the message you need to hear. That's why this message today is called The Silent Struggle, the Unspoken Pressures of Being a Man. Yes, I don't want to even call you black anymore. I don't want you to even identify with this culture anymore. I have a whole thing behind that. I got to build it out. But I want to address you beyond your color or what's been told about your color. I want to address you beyond your environment and talk to the God that's inside of you. I want to whisper into the ear of the gods that are inside, the God that are inside, not the gods, but the God that are inside of you. I want to whisper into the ear specifically to men who are 25 to 44 and 44 to 55. I want to talk directly to you because you are the people that are being neglected, who are not being heard from. You're the ones who are people. You're in you in the middle, and you gotta make it over. Some have kids, some don't have kids, but I want to address you. So that's why I have that checklist about finding your tribe. Why it's going to be so important. A lot of people. I'm not trying to get everybody. I don't want everybody. Matter of fact, I do not want everybody on this channel. If you don't uplift and empower our demographics, no one else will. Wow, look at that. This guy, they're giving a word. We're the men of light. I like that. So that's why I'm not talking to every man. I'm not talking to men who just want game. I'm not talking to men who just want to how many women you knock down. I can talk about that all day. But you don't need that. I want to talk about what's keeping you at night, what pains you, what you struggle with. I want to address that. I want to dive into the areas that you have a Band-Aid on that's still raw. That's where I'm going at. That's why I sort of backed away from the thinking class, because I had to form it correctly so it fit the right demographic. This ain't about game. Don't think just I can talk game. We have our own definition of what we say what game is over here. Also, too, there's books behind the scenes that we have not brought out. John and I have been working on the book. We have a book on trauma. We have another book on fatherhood. Some of you guys are fathers and you wonder, how do I even walk through this thing of fatherhood? We got books set for that. But it's not, trust me, it is not for everyone. Let me say this again. This channel, this show, everything is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. Yahoo Facts. Amen. Rob, brother. They will call us men, children of sun, men, children of the sun. Yep. Y'all guys, y'all getting it. We are men of light. I love it. This would eliminate, I want to eliminate all the fat. That's why I'm happy about the 7K subscribers, but I'm happier about the 1,000 who get it and whose lives are transformed. Let me say that again. I'm happy about the 7K subscribers. Ooh, it makes you feel good. All right. But I'm happy I'm my joy comes in with the 1K whose lives are transformed by the messages on this channel. So I'm eliminated. If you need to unsubscribe, unsubscribe. This ain't for you. I'm telling you, I'm cutting it to the core. I know who I'm talking to now. Took me years to figure it out who I'm talking to and the message I need to share, but it's not for everyone. You don't hear me do a lot of cussing on here. You hear me throw up some scriptures here and there. You hear me doing some game. I know exactly the brand is set and the message is set. It's completely done. I wish I had it over. Did I have it over here? I think I do have my transformation statement. Let me see. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, the transformation statement reads, and I'm going to end with this. I guide men, particularly those between the age of 25 and 44, to step confidently into their true potential by looking within and mastering the balance between spiritual growth and practicality, grounded wisdom through bespoke coaching and carefully crafted action plans. I empower men to engage in deep self-reflection, conquering self-doubt, cultivating meaningful relationships. My mission is to inspire gentlemen to master their emotions, life, and purpose, and achieve a life marked by confidence, success, and fulfillment, all the while embodying strength and resilience and integrity. That is the purpose of this channel. Anything else, it is not. That means some people will not be in some people that have been guests on the show will not be in guests anymore. If it does not align with the transformation statement, it is not, we're done. I'm cutting the fat. I'm going right to the core. You have to do that. This, let me say this again. Yahoo he's there. Golden Child heard it before. This channel is not for everyone. It is not for everyone. And I have to say that. Well, this is Lawencedadams. Let me play my outro. I'm going to update everything. Let's get it going. Jono's, he's still here. We've been working behind the scenes on some books that we want to get to you. Don't forget to find out about the power of believing in yourself. The Secret Invisible Crown has been updated. It's expanded. And I'm thinking about it. Let me know. I may need to do a Secret Invisible Crown series where the Secret Invisible Crown for men, the Secret Invisible Crown for women, the Secret Invisible Crown for children, Secret Invisible Crown for the black man. I think I may do that. We'll see what they're going to do. We may do this, a series of the Secret Invisible Crown designed just for men. With that being said, I am out. This is Lawencedadams, and I'm out.
silver, eyes bright like a flame. Kind of magic in his laughter, no one else plays the game. Dance moves smooth on the floor, every step crowd begging for more. Whispers words, makes hearts sore, leaves no wanting what came before. Oh, he's a silver charm, can't resist his sweet alarm. Every glance, every move, got us caught in his groove. It's just a number in this play, silver fox takes the day. Wise words and he sways, finds a way to make you stay. Years gone by, he's still the best, charming hearts, nothing less. With his style, he's so blessed, plays the game like none finesse. Oh, he's a silver charm, can't resist his sweet alarm. Every glance, every move, got us caught in his groove. Dance moves smooth on the floor, every step, crowd begging for more. Ooh. Whispers words, makes hearts sore, leaves them wanting what came before. Oh, he's a silver charm, can't resist his sweet alarm. Every glance, every move, got us caught in his groove. Age just a number in this play, silver fox takes the day. Wise words and he sways, finds a way to make you stay. Years gone by, he's still the best, charming hearts, nothing less. With his style, he's so blessed, plays the game like none finesse. Oh, he's a silver charm, can't resist his sweet alarm. Every glance, every move, got us caught in his groove. Years gone by, he's still the best, charming hearts, nothing less. With his style, he's so blessed, plays the game like none finesse.
Feels like the first time. Throw away all my pride. Don't wanna say I love you first, but holding it in just might make me burst. Love in the open, daydreaming, hoping, melting in our make-believe new worlds. Whispering winds bring the remembrance that you're my girl. No shame, no games. I wanna fall in love, fall in love. I'll be your savage, I'll be your baddest. Or do you like sweet caramel honey?